Buongiorno ai lettori del Giornale della Vela. Oggi siamo alle Save d'Olonne e abbiamo l'opportunità di conoscere meglio Jean-Luc Van den Ede, che ha terminato e vinto ieri la Golden Globe Race dopo 211 giorni di navigazione attorno al mondo. Good morning, Jean-Luc.
Good morning.
And thank you. Well, first of all, many congratulations.
Thank you.
And thank you to be with us, and thank you from all the readers of Il Giornale della Vela. Were you able to sleep last night on a stable bed?
Not so much. I had problem to. I don't know why. Probably because I was nervous, so I don't know. But between two interviews yesterday, I have 5 minutes and I fall asleep. And when I was in my bed, not moving and not, I think, and it's very strange. I was surprised because most of the time I sleep very well anywhere. And yesterday night we have a big party, and and after the big party, it was midnight or something like that when we go back. And after, I think I don't sleep before 1 or 2 o'clock, I don't know. But I had problems, yes.
Well, you sailed and succeeded many different challenges, the Golden Globe Race, the Vendée Globe, Global Challenge. To do what you do and to do it in such a great way, it's not enough to be just a good sailor. So tell us a little bit more about who is Jean-Luc Van den Ede and
I think I like to be on the sea. I like to be in the middle of nowhere and to cross an ocean. I think and I like the challenge to do something that you are not sure to arrive to do it, you know. If you are sure to arrive, if you are sure that you will be the first one, if you are sure it is not the same, that there is not the adrenaline of what is going to happen. When I start the 1st of July on this boat, I didn't know what happened, you know. It's a new story, it's a new race, it's a new... I like the new race also. I was in the first Vendée Globe, it was a new race. I was in the first Mini Transat, it was a new race. I like these new races because today, when you start in the Vendée Globe, you know, you hear the others and so on, so you know how it is. You know what to do to enter in the Vendée Globe today. When we start in the first Vendée Globe, we know nothing. Some people think that nobody come back. So you have to imagine what is going to happen, and you have to... there is the adrenaline that you don't know how you can finish that. And first, if you can finish it. So I like that. I think I like that, and I like the suspense. And it is why I like also competition, because when there is any competition, there is a suspense. You try to catch the man who is before you, and you try to that the man who is behind or the woman don't catch you.
So it's the challenge.
Yes, the challenge. I need in my life, I need to have objectives. Voilà. Any kind of objective. But there is a step here, so what is the next step? So today, since I arrived yesterday, I have no objective in my life now.
Not yet.
But yes, it is exactly what my wife say. You have no objective yet, but we talk about that in one day.
Yeah. Let's think about it on the weekend.
Yes.
I suppose that the toughest moment for your race was when you broke the mast.
Oh yes.
I suppose. So can you tell?
No, he's not broken. He's damaged.
Sorry. Can you tell us a bit more about what happened and which were your thoughts? I suppose you thought that you might have to abandon the race, and then what made you change your mind?
Well, when that arrived, I saw the mast like that, so I thought it was finished. There is no other option that to stop the race, and that's it. So, but as I was going downwind, slower, and you think, and I even if I stopped the race, I had to repair the mast. So I tried to repair it as much as possible, and after I realized that the mast is dead. You cannot sail with a mast like that, so if I want to sell the boat to anybody, I don't sell the boat with the mast like that. I change the mast first. So, well, I have to rebuy a new mast. So if I break the mast if I continue the race and I break the mast, I put my jewelry and I come back anywhere. And it is perhaps possible that I can repair it and I cannot break it, and I don't break it. So I say, well, why not to try to arrive to Les Sables d'Olonne? It is best. So I do that, and I'm here.
So yesterday I was surprised. You said you never had fear for yourself.
No.
Which emotions felt? Well, I suppose 211 days. They were a lot, but how did you feel? So happy, sad, lonely, challenged, strong.
I don't know. I am very confident in myself. I am very confident in the things. I'm very confident of the boat. I have so I have no problem. Even if I capsize and so on, I know that the boat is strong. I know that how I prepare everything, and I was not. I have no trouble. I have a character which is optimist. I think I am optimist.
And have you always been like that, or is the experience?
I think so, and the experience is also helping. Yes, sure. I have done other. It is not the same thing when you start around the world for the first time and when you start for the sixth time. It's a little bit different, you know. You know where you are going to, you know what can happen, and so on.
Any advice for someone who is just passionate for sailing, who would like to, who might be inspired by you or by what you did? And
like I was inspired by others. It's good if somebody has a passion. It's good. The problem is to have patience. There is too many people who have no patience. So I think it is very important to have objective and passion and things that you want to go. If you want to do something, you try to make all the things which are possible to be as best as possible, and to be well prepared, and to go to the end of your passion. So I think the most important thing is to have passion.
Well, thank you very much.
You are welcome.
And again, bravo.
Grazie, molti grazie.